Reflection on your learning is always so difficult because learning is for life. School is a pilgrimage. It is the movement of the heart and mind in a particular way. It requires wayfinding and sense-making, as there is no coherent whole. You have to find your own way. And so we move from one temporary center to another, never knowing who we will learn from. But don't worry, if something is important, it will resurface. For me, this journey is a map of people. Planet walkers John Francis and the Peace Pilgrim have shared the road, showing me that the secret to finding a special place in life's patterns depends on living in harmony with others and having the right attitude, that being wonder and humility. I am indeed humbled by the beauty people create together around the world and the effect that it can have, all through the power of sharing ourselves openly with one another. I have shared John Francis's words with many over the term. Maybe you can't change the world by your actions alone, but you can change yourself. And when you do, the world around you may change by trying to understand you, as we all try to understand each other. For me, this is the base of rhizomatic learning. When I change myself, through the interconnectedness of thought and knowledge, I have an effect on the beings around me. Through the deep and broad roots that ground the human legacy in the earth, I can tap into ancient wisdom, and by sharing those caches with others, I shift the means of the whole. Counter to what we have known, this is not a question of who belongs here. Rather, it is a space where free-range students wander as nomads and encounter free-range teachers. Our knowledge production happens in the space of everyday life. It is founded on an open oath that holds that the world's knowledge is a public good, a part of the commons to which we all deserve equal access to as beings on the planet. Who is teaching me is the wrong question. I both learn from and teach who I share with. Who am I sharing with? What am I sharing? How am I sharing? The DIY or do-it-yourself model seems cold, like a mechanical repository of contextless media. But the opportunity to be a producer puts the agency in my hands. Am I producing something meaningful? I guess that's up to me to decide. In the meantime, I get to participate, to collaborate, to contribute without boundaries or borders. I am able to participate in live knowledge building on a daily basis with a group of peers. The point of it all is intellectual emancipation, taking us to a place where we understand ourselves and our reasons for acting beyond ideology and beyond the commonplace. One of the ways to reach this place of freedom is through art.
Poetry is nothing more than the ability to watch the rush of time as it passes.
Purposeful play helps liberate students and teachers from passivity, validating their experience by honoring the process. It is a safe place to experiment and become a producer of knowledge, and from that production we begin to see and understand ourselves. A gift of authentic human expression cannot be paralleled. It is a gift of self in the form of artifact, and it is the foundation of online life. Sharing with one another authentically makes social truth transparent and makes a direct challenge at those who perpetuate lies. True revolution cannot fear the people, their expression, their effective participation in power. It must be accountable to them. It must speak frankly to them of its achievements, its mistakes, its miscalculations, and its difficulties. If I am free, I will choose to be free with people who are not afraid to be human. This is the growing space of learning. This is where people are gathering. It is a global space. It is a space of existential revolution. It is about discovery and change, community as curriculum, personal learning and immersion, and it's a place where art is welcome and sharing is encouraged, where the artifacts of the lived process provide presence and authenticity.
Ouchie. D. Ouchie. C. Ouchie.
This is the space of the social artist. And I want to thank these social artists. You have introduced me to each other. You have introduced me to ideas. You have validated my personal expressions of self. You have made them meaningful. You have shown me that they have meaning. I would especially like to thank Alec Koros for being my professor for the past 3 years that I've sat in on this class, and to the 2011 ECI831 group. Thank you for your presence and your willingness to embark on this educational journey with me. And thanks for letting me play my ukulele in class.